Hello friends, welcome to ASP.NET tutorial. In this video, we are going to see how to use user control, and in this three subpart series, first we will learn about the basics of user control, then we will create a user control, and in the final part of the video, we will see how to consume the user control. In the left side screenshot, you can see the user control we are going to create takes two number. Then user can pick either add or subtract option. After that, they can calculate the result and print it. The user control, as the name suggests, derives from the system.web.ui.user_control. Like web form, we can drag and drop controls using Visual Studio and design the user control. So you can simply think it as a web form, and you can place n number of standard control, and those control together forms the user control. So just like your web form, if you see, if this is the user control you are designing, you can drag and drop n number of controls, right? So this is a checkbox, combo box, and a label. Let's say this is a text box, right? So all these together forms the user control. So the designing will be as simple as designing the web form. So the same way you can design your user control. After the design, everything will be seen as a single control. So let's state this is user control 1. Likewise, you can design a number of user controls. User control can be part of the web application project. So when you are creating your web application, just like a web form, the user control can be part of the web application project and can be reused in multiple web form once created, right? So you have a project or solution, right, under which you may be having a lot of web form 1, web form 2, web form 3, and you can have one user control. Let's state UC1. So once this user control is created, you can use this in any number of web form. If you want to use it on other project, that means if you see, if this is project 1, once a user control is created, it can be used inside this project 1 in any web form. But if you want to use the user control UC1 on some other web form, say, some other project, say project 2, then you need to copy the ACX file and CS file. So when we talk about user control, it will follow the extension of ASCX. And just like web form, there will be a code behind file CS. So these together forms the implementation of user control. And if you want to user control UC1 in some other project, you have to copy these two to the different project, PRO2, let's state. Then from PRO2, you can use the same user control since the ACX and CSS files are already copied. User control can be used in web forms as a single control, even though it comprises of multiple other controls. So as already we talked, let's state that you are designing user control like this. So if you look at here, the user control here comprises of two labels, two text box, and a submit button. So user control, when we are using or when we are designing, we placed 5 standard ASP.NET server-side control. But once the user control is created, all this stuff is seen as a single control. That means once the user control is created, you can simply drag and drop the user control to any web form, and in that web form you will be seeing all these controls in a single drop. That means you no need to design all these controls each and every time. Once the user control is created, you can simply drag and drop, and functionality tied to this user control will be available. Say for example, in login, if it hits the database and validates your username and password and performs login, all those functionality will be available in the drop-in form. User control can be used in web form as a single control, right? Even though it comprises of multiple controls. Here if you see, we are using 5 controls. But once created, it can be treated as a single control. In this subseries, we will recreate the calc user control. We will create the calc user control and we will consume it in the web form. There is no demo in here. Thank you for watching. Bye. We will see the demo in the next video.